Hello, amazing people. Welcome back to another beautiful tutorial. How you all doing, guys? Hope you're all good. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're generally fine. Today, guys, I want to show you how to make this very beautiful, trending triangular top. This is a very, very simple one, and trust me, this is cool because it's just 1 yard. Just 1 yard, guys. Let's do this. 1 yard of your fabric, and you will make this beautiful top. So what I have here was a crepe fabric, and of course, this comes by 16 length. Yes. So what happened here was that when I was done cutting this top, I just realized for some reason I don't even know, my camera went off while recording. Yeah. So slight issues with my phone. So I just had to redo it again, the video again, by using this plain satin fabric. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I did. But it's all good because at the end of the day, I just got two tops for myself. So trying to confirm the measurements, this is 36, exactly 1 yard, and of course a by 16 length. Then of course the first thing was to go ahead and fold this fabric into two, like so, along the by 60 length, like this. Then the next was to make a triangular fold, just like so. You can see what I'm doing. Make a triangular fold, and that's your fold. Now turning it to the other side, you can see that when you make your fold, you have some excesses there. So I'll just go ahead and trim it off because you don't need it. You don't need it. And then guys, once you take it off, this is just what we're working with. You can see this. So I just turn it over to have that unfold side facing me there, trying to take off some of this thread there. All right, now what I did first was to indicate my shoulder width, which is 16 divided by 2 8. How do I get that? Watch what I'm doing. Moving my tape down on this triangle, you can see, to wherever I get my 8 inches. I'll mark that down. So I'll go ahead and get a straight line. It's that simple. So you can work with your shoulder width. I worked with 8 inches, which is 16 divided by 2. Now the next thing I did was to indicate the neck width and depth. So this just not the regular, this doesn't have shoulder and all that. So I just came down by 3 to 4 inches, but actually came down by 4 inches. But I advise you do 3. But if you feel that you really still want the neck to be wider, then you can still reduce this. So I came down by 4 inches and just connected it to the edge there. You can see what we're doing. So this doesn't have a shoulder and all that. So this is it, guys. This is it. So it's going to look more like a little bit off the shoulder if you make it wider. Okay, yes. So 4 inches was okay for me, but you can do 3. Then from the other end, I went up by 9 inches. Okay, you can do 8 or 9 inches. Now that's going to serve us what? The sleeve opening. Okay, 9 inches from down there. You can see what I'm doing. Mark that down. I just have to indicate that is what? The sleeve opening. You can see. So from that point of the sleeve opening up to where we have our edge there, and that's going to serve what? As the sleeve length. You can see, and we have about 10 inches there, so 9.5 10 inches, and that's serving what? As the sleeve length. That's just it, guys. Then coming over to the other end of the triangle, you can see this other end of the triangle down. We're going to work with the hip circumference. Now my hip is 44 divided by 4, and that is 11. Then I added extra 3 inches to that, and that made it what? 14. So from that triangular edge now, I'm going to do the same process I did at the beginning. I'll keep moving my tape upward till wherever I will get what? 14 inches, and I will stop. You can see. Indicating that point now, I'll just stop. So I'll just go ahead and mark a straight line. Not like we're doing anything there, just to go ahead and notch the edge. Okay, yeah, just trying to indicate that point. So we're going to be notching it. So 2 points we're going to be notching there. That hip point there and that sleeve opening point. Those are the 2 points we're going to notch. So that's it, guys. Believe it when I tell you that this is done. We're done with the drafting. So in order to create my notch on the side there, I have to slit opening this there's an unfold edge, so I'm trying to open it up like so. So I'll go ahead and notch that sleeve point, the sleeve opening point there. You can see that's my first notch there. Then the next notch is on that hip point there. That's it. Okay, because that's where the sewing by the side will stop. Then of course we'll go ahead and cut that neckline. Guys, this is what you should have. this is exactly what you should have. So by the time you open it up, and our top is ready. Look at this, guys. Very simple. Like in a very short minute, you're done with the drafting of this one. So the first thing, of course, to do is to use my bias tape to pipe the neckline. Okay, that's what I will do. Then after piping my neckline, then you just go ahead and join the sides. You see the one I'm using my chalk to demonstrate. You're sewing to that sleeve opening point. That side is going to be the sleeve opening, which you also hem. Okay. Then you do the same thing on the other side. So from that your neck point to the sleeve point there, stop there, and that side will be left open because it's the sleeve opening. Then of course you will now go ahead and sew the sides. So you sew from that side there and stop what at that hip point. So that's why that nose notching it is very, very important. It shows you where to stop. And of course you do the same thing on the other side, and that will be it, guys. So once that is done, then the edges there, of course, you just hem the side, the triangular edges there. You just go ahead and what? Hem the sides in the triangular form all the way for both the front and the back piece. It's that simple, guys. So yeah, so I'll just go ahead now and finish up the neckline. Then with my bias, then I'll show you how it looks. So when I was done using my bias to pipe the neckline, you can see we're done with that first stitch there. Then this was a plain fabric. I just wanted to add a little bit of spice. So I had this Ankara patch there, ironed my interfacing there and also locked up the edges. So I'm going to be placing it at the center of the front piece. But before that, I had to indicate the center line by folding my fabric into two, just to make sure that we'll get the center line there. You can see some chalkings there already. Then of course, from that neckline, I went down by 5 inches. Totally depends on where you want to place your patch in case you want to put that. So I wanted it a little bit down, so I came down by 5 inches from the neckline there. Then of course, you also indicate the center line of your patch there. So once that is done, just align it properly on your fabric, just like you see me doing. Of course, in order to put it in place, you have to use what? The pin. Now use your pin to hold it down. Okay, yeah, it's very important you do this so that when you're sewing, you don't have it moving here and there. So holding it firmly with my pin. So I'll go ahead now and what finish up the sewing of the patches, but I'll be doing that later. Okay, yes. So once we're done with that, with all the sewing, the next thing of course is to go ahead and start joining the sides of the top, which I've already demonstrated earlier. But this point, just place the back over the front, right side facing each other, and of course you go ahead with and join the side. Just like I said, you sew from that neckline to the point where you notch for the sleeve opening. You leave the sleeve opening there and sew the sides to the hip points, and of course do the same thing. Don't forget that sleeve opening, you also hem it. You also hem it in, and that will be it. So once that is done, of course the final thing to do now will be what? To also hem the triangular edges by folding it into two like so, all the way to that point, and of course to the other side of the fabric. And guys, we're done. So I'll finish this up, then of course you see the final look of this top. And when we're done, guys, this is what we have. This is what we have. Our top is ready, believe it or not. You can see our sleeve opening, the sides, all the way to the triangular edge. You can see I've also hemmed everything there. You can see this is what it looks. My patches in place. Like, this is so beautiful. The fact that it is just 1 yard of fabric we use in making this. You can see, yeah, that's it, guys. You rock this the way you want. And of course, like I said, this was my initial, this the fabric I wanted to use, so I had to sew both of them alongside. So at the end of the day, I have two tops for myself. And so you can see the beauty of this. I really love this with the crepe fabric actually. So if I want to use a plain fabric, I will also want to use a crepe or maybe a duchess. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Hope you find this one helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share with your friends, share with your sewing communities. I'll really, really appreciate this a whole lot, guys. See you on the next one, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.